Amazing. Thank you so much, Amanda. And thank you for having me, Archer. I am so excited to be here with the December update for you. So, the last time I went over kind of who we are, G Adventures as a company as a whole, and kind of introduce you to the brand. But I really want to take time today to give you a December update because we launched a new product line November 9th. So, it's brand new. So, I just think this is going to be such an exciting thing to share with your travelers and your clients. So I just want to get you some more information about it, share our itineraries and things like that. And then obviously leave room for questions because new products always bring along questions. So happy to answer those as well. So again, as she mentioned, my name is Natalie, and I am the BDM for Archer Travel. What we call at G Adventures BDMs is Global Purpose Specialist. So you may hear that associated with my name as well. Here's my contact information, and we'll also pass that out after this. If anybody needs to get in touch with me for any follow-up questions, I'm always happy to assist. And then additionally, although I run Archer's account, we do have local BDMs kind of dispersed across the states. So if you reside in this orange territory, green territory, or teal territory, you'll be working with my counterparts who are all listed here. But I also had Amanda drop that this graphic in the chat as well, so you can figure out who you need to talk to if you need a local point person. And then just the agenda for the day. I'll quickly go over who we are as G Adventures, talk about our travel styles, and then really just want to dig into our new product launch. This is called G Lux, and there's 28 new itineraries. So I'll go through all of them very high level, just so you can kind of see a map and know where they are in case that gives you a little light bulb moment for any clients that you have in the works right now. And then I'll also go over our marketing resources and talk about our Agents of Change Facebook, which is a great place to stay in touch with us. So I like to begin every presentation with this quote from our founder. It says, we get back what we put in. You just have to believe that what you're doing is important, that it's worth the effort, and that you're doing it for reasons other than just to make money. This is the foundation of G Adventures. Everything we do, we are doing to impact and support tourism and growth in the local economies we visit. So this is really, the basis of G Adventures. And I think this message really is the reason why we're still here through the pandemic, 30 years later, bigger than ever, really still making a splash in the travel industry. So, as mentioned, the number one thing about G Adventure is built to support local communities. So just know that whenever you book a G Adventure, whether it's this new product that I'm chatting about or anything else in our portfolio, know that dollar for dollar, your traveler's money is going back into that community. So we're going to be staying at locally owned hotels, eating at locally owned restaurants. The tour guides that we call CEOs are going to live in that destination. So really, we're just putting that money back in the community so those people can, build up their economy locally. So that's so important. I know a lot of travelers are booking consciously and want to make a positive impact in where they're going. So this is another way to this is another reason to point them to G Adventures. And then again, I also just want to kind of going off that, I want to just highlight we do have a nonprofit partner called Planetara. And so a lot of the destinations that we visit will have a G for Good moment, which I'll touch on in these itineraries that we talk about. But in these moments, our nonprofit partner has gone in and created, communities and has created impact spotlights on the tour. So you'll go in and you'll be able to, go to a coffee co-op that's supported by our nonprofit, or a women's weaving co-op where we teach women how to weave to support the community. So a lot of these moments that you'll be able to see really what your traveler's money, how it's impacting that destination, because we really believe that community is our superpower, and that starts right in destination. So why G Adventures? So these are some general bullet points of what G Adventures is on all of our itineraries. So with 30 years of experience in the industry, all of our itineraries that you're booking are tried and true. So we are constantly getting feedback and surveys about what the experience is on the tours. So if there is construction at a hotel we're staying at, or a road closure, or anything like that, We have boots on the ground, and then we have travelers experience letting us know what's going on in that destination. So we're always pivoting and adjusting as needed. So we know that the tour that your travelers are on is going to be a slam dunk every time, just because we do have that constant feedback. Another good thing about G Adventures is we have over 600 tours to choose from. This is a massive amount of itineraries that just guarantees that whatever your client's looking for, we have something for them. It just may take a little bit of digging and troubleshooting to find the perfect itinerary, but I guarantee you we have something for everyone. So again, lean into me. Let's walk through it and find that perfect tour for your traveler. The big standout, the next bullet point, is going to be small groups. So G Adventures prides ourselves on small group travel, which means we max out at 16 passengers. And we also have some safaris that operate as small as 6, just because of the vehicle size. But just know, whenever you're traveling with us, you'll only be in a group the size of 16 or less, so nothing larger than that. Another good call out for G Adventures, no single supplements. So we won't charge you extra if you want to travel alone. That's never going to be something that we tack on. So no surprises there. And then again, talking about no surprises, we guarantee all of our departures. So even if there's one person booked on tour, we will operate that departure just as we would if it was at capacity. So no minimum needed. When you book with us, you're guaranteed to go. And then locally based guides, as I said, all of our tour guides, which we call CEOs, live in the destination you're traveling to. So they do have that local, the local knowledge of the destination and are really proud to show up their home country. Another good thing to know about G Adventures is we have lifetime deposits. So typically to book a G Adventure, it's a $350 deposit just to hold space or confirm your space. If for some reason your traveler needs to cancel or rebook or something like that, we hold that $350 as a credit in their account with G Adventures to book at a future date. Or if they want to gift it to someone else to book a G Adventures, that's totally fine too. But just want you to have the confidence to know that if anything happens, you know, you're not out that money. We'll always hold it for you because we do want you to eventually be able to travel with us or gift it to somebody so they can travel with us. And then lastly, G Adventures, something that I love to highlight is that any of those 600 plus itineraries that I mentioned before, we can operate as a private group, meaning we can have that, we can take any of those itineraries and let you book that specifically for your clients, whether that's National Geographic, one of our marine products, one of our active products, you name it. Anything you see, you can do as a private group, which is great for book clubs, corporate gatherings, anything like that, multi-generational trips. So just something to keep in the back of your mind. And then again, just wanted to highlight all of our group travel. So this is all of our travel styles that we have before the new product announcement. So we have a Hostel World collaboration called Romies, a 18 to 30 somethings for the younger backpackers. Classic, which is our most robust portfolio item that we have. It's going to touch every destination we go to. Active for those adrenaline junkies. Wellness for those people who just want a little bit more relaxing vacation, a little bit more yoga and things like that involved. Our Nat Geo product, which is our top tier product. And then our local living, which is staying with the host family, and then marine products. So we really, like I said, we have something for everyone just because we have so many travel styles. But now, adding to this list, and while you're all here and super excited to chat with you, is our premium active line. So this premium active line is called G Lux, and its tagline is adventure at its finest. So before I dig into itineraries and things like that, I want to share a quick video just so you can see what it's all about.
Introducing the Deluxe Collection. Adventure at its finest. A new line of elevated adventures, coming soon.
All right. Lucky for you, it's already here. It has, like I mentioned, it launched November 9th. So we are just a little bit over a month into having these itineraries live on our website. So I just want to give you a quick overview of who the perfect traveler for this product is. So as it says here, adventurous, well-traveled, and sophisticated. These are for people who are looking to stay active on their holiday and see and do as much as they can. They want thoughtfully crafted itineraries that make the most of their time, but still feature freedom to occasionally unwind and explore. Enjoy outstanding accommodations that offer something unique. And so typically what we're seeing booking or the trends that we're seeing excitement about is going to be 40-plus-year-old professionals. So those can be solo travelers, female travelers, but just in that demographic. This travel style has the oldest age requirement on G Adventures. So it's going to be 18 and up. So that just makes kind of all of the itineraries going to be for a mature audience. So think 40 and up. And then, yeah, anywhere up until like 69, 70, depending on how active they want your travelers are, this is perfect for them. So values drive their buying decisions. They want to travel responsibly, but not as a backpacker. So this is also going to be for those travelers who are a little bit more accommodation focused or conscious and do want to stay at something that's about a 4-star accommodation. They're looking for a more elevated experience with where they're staying. So again, when we did surveys and we're entering this product into the market, we realized that most people drawn to this were, maybe those empty nesters, kids or adults who had kids who were in high school or university, so they did have more free time. And then again, this is going to be one of the higher price points, rivaling our Nat Geo products, because you are staying at nicer accommodations in comparison to some of our other tours. So just something to note when you are looking at price points, when you are sharing these tours with your clients. So just to see how it stacks up to everything else that we have. So as I mentioned, G-Lux is going to be pretty much on par with National Geographic. They're both going to be giving you those 4-star accommodations, more of an elevated experience than our other product styles. As you can see, our classic G Adventures tours fall here. So these are going to be kind of a 3-star experience. No frills on the accommodations here. Really great trip, but really more driven for a budget traveler who's looking to cover a lot of land and get the most out of a destination. These two, National Geographic and G-Lux, are going to just be geared towards more people who are a little bit more accommodation focused. So if you have somebody who cares more about where they're staying every night and wants a more elevated experience, this is a great product to share them with, and it'll rival Nat Geo. G-Lux being more active focused and National Geographic being more educational focused. So it's really just about client matching. But yeah, I will dive into all the itineraries so you can kind of see what I'm talking about in regards to the activities. But before that, I can just do one more comparison between G-Lux and National Geographic. So the big call outs for me that I want to share is, again, 18 and up for G-Lux, whereas National Geographic was 12 and older. So again, this is going to skew towards a more mature audience. And then also more excited about accommodation. So both of these are going to be 4 stars similar. The G-Lux collection has one, gem of an accommodation on tour that we're calling an OMG stay. So that will be a boutique hotel or some really wow accommodation. So I think this is going to be a little bit more exciting for those people who do like those boutique hotels or those niche accommodations. This is going to be a great product for them. National Geographic also will have some fun components. Like when I was in Morocco, we stayed at a Casbah, so they will have those cultural fun accommodations that you're staying at. So either way, just client matching, but these are going to be both the highest price points and the nicest accommodations on any of the tours that we offer at G Adventures. The other cool thing about G-Lux that we are introducing right after the OMG stay, where you're at that nice boutique hotel, we're going to have an OMG day, where on tour, there's basically on one day on a tour, you can choose option A or option B. So whether you want to hike or if you want to kayak to a beach and do a yoga class. So on tour, you'll be able to choose your own adventure, which I think is super special. You kind of get to wake up and just choose whatever you're feeling in the moment. So that's a cool call out that we'll dig into. And then again, the price points, as I mentioned, this is going to be one of the higher price points that we have on our website, but not overly expensive. I would say your travelers are going to be looking at $375 to $800 US per day. And that will be everything included. So the accommodations, the tour guide, and everything on tour. So not that wildly expensive, but higher price point than our classic accommodations. And then our launch destination. So our tours for this product, we are in 16 countries and we have 28 trips. And our first departures will be June and July of 2024. So let's just dig into the itineraries. I will kind of breeze through these just so you can kind of see them, digest them. But if you want to ask any deeper questions, we can definitely put those in the chat. We can dig in. So this one off the gate, want to start with Japan. So this is 11 days in Japan. I know Japan has been such a hot destination. I know everybody's asking for it. So we're so excited to add this into our G-Lux collection. So the highlights for this, you're going to be hiking. You're going to be kayaking. You'll have a nice sake brewery experience. And then you'll be the OMG stay. You'll be enjoying a hot spring and enjoying another hike at a coastal trail. So as I mentioned, G-Lux, they're all going to have this active focus. So make sure that your traveler is aware that there will be some active components. All of the tours that we do offer, we will grade them. So even though this is in the G-Lux collection, it could be graded as average. There's just a little bit more movement, or it could be graded as demanding. That will be listed on the website and the itinerary. So we can definitely dig into how adventurous it is and how active it is, but just something to call out as we're digging into these. But this is, as you can see here, the map. So you'll start in Kyoto and end in Tokyo. So yeah, if you get your clients to point A and point B, we'll do the rest in the middle. The next one is in Nepal. So this is Annapurna hiking, rafting, and the Chitwan National Park. So this is 12 days Kathmandu to Kathmandu. As you can see, the map is here. So you'll get your clients in and out of Kathmandu, and we'll handle all the rest in between here. And then again, we're going to have an OMG day. This is the day where you choose your own adventure. So choose between a mountain bike ride around a beautiful lake or rowboat ride across a lake to enjoy a yoga session on the shore with the Himalayas in the background. So again, kind of wake up and see how you're feeling in the moment, and then choose your own adventure, which I think is super special. The next itinerary, we have one in Vietnam. So Hanoi to Halong Bay. So this is a really special itinerary. I know a lot of people, there's been such a spotlight on Vietnam. Southeast Asia in general is really ramping up. So we're so excited to bring this into the portfolio for 2024. The highlight of this, everybody who goes to Vietnam wants to do some sort of motorbike tour. So this is baked into the itinerary. Motorbike tour of Hanoi, an overnight junk boat in Hanoi Bay, and then you're going to trek the rice terraces, and then do a cooking class. I know my favorite part about traveling in Southeast Asia was all of the cooking classes I did, so this is a really special opportunity. And then again, your OMG day is going to be, you can either do a kayak or a guided tour of some ruins. So again, just choose your own adventure. And if you're traveling with a companion and one wants to choose one option, the other is more than welcome to do the other. And you can just decide that day. So again, something cool that we're offering with this travel style. Next tour we have is Cambodia to Thailand. One of my favorite travel experiences was doing Angkor Wat at sunrise, and that is included in this tour. So I am so delighted to offer that into our portfolio. As you can see here on the map, we're going to start in Siem Reap and then end in Bangkok. So again, get your clients to Siem Reap and get them home from Bangkok, and we'll do the rest in between. But yeah, this is a beautiful tour. Cambodia is one of my favorite countries. You'll do a cooking class there. You'll do a sunrise tour of Angkor Wat, trekking and glamping in the mountains, and then you'll do a foodie progressive meal tour of Bangkok. The street food in Southeast Asia, Bangkok specifically, is unreal. So this is such a fun opportunity to just go from food stall to food stall to food stall. And then again, the glamping experience, as I'm circling here with my mouse, you can see this beautiful tent camp is where you'll be waking up there, and nature is just such a special treat to be on tour and be able to do that. So very excited to add this into our portfolio. And then now moving on to northern Morocco, this is going to be 9 days Casablanca to Marrakesh. And as you can see, again, the map here, starting in Casablanca, ending in Marrakesh. So you'll be able to enjoy the Blue City, explore the Roman ruins, which I didn't know the Roman Empire had such an influence in Morocco until I did one of our tours. So you'll go to a UNESCO heritage site and you'll be able to dig into that and learn all about that culture. And then again, you'll get to enjoy the Medina of Fez, which is such a claim to fame when you're in Morocco, and then do a really awesome hike to the Cathedral Rock. So lots to explore and discover in Morocco. And then your OMG day, where you'll be, do you want to do a mountain hike or do a waterfall hike? So again, choose that own adventure. Southern Morocco. So this is another Morocco G-Lux itinerary that we are launching. And this will be Marrakesh, the Atlas Mountains, and the Sahara. So hike along the stunning scenery of the Dadies Gorge, a camel ride. There's so much to do in Morocco. So again, check out the map down here, but this will be 8 days. And then you'll be staying at camps out in the Sahara Desert, which this is going to be one of our first tent camp offerings in the Sahara. So I'm super excited about it. Next, we have Morocco, north and south. So mountain villages and ancient Casbahs is the name of this tour. 16 days, again, flying into Casablanca and end of Marrakesh. So as you can see, you'll be doing some Sahara Desert 4x4s. And yeah, choose your own adventure between the Rif Mountain hike or the waterfall hike. Again, that's going to be the OMG day in this tour as well. And then we have Jordan, so Petra, Wadi Rim, and the life of the Bedouin. So this is 9 days, Amman to the Dead Sea. And then again, we have the map down here, and you can see there's lots of hikes involved here. In your OMG day, you'll be choose between experiencing the life of a shepherd or meeting a Bedouin family and learning how to cook a traditional dish. So whether you want to kind of, learn more about the land or learn more about their food, either way, there's great opportunity here on this tour. Next one, Egypt, temples, pyramids, and the Niles. This is 10 days, Cairo to Cairo. So you'll get to explore the pyramids of the Giza, the Valley of the Kings, and then you'll visit a temple at night, dive into Egypt's fascinating history while looking at artifacts and mummies. So really a special experience. Going, just exploring the Nile is on my bucket list, has been coming up a lot for me. So I am so excited to offer this tour. And I think this is the top of my list for our G-Lux collection. And then again, just want to highlight the OMG day, choose an afternoon of walking of central Cairo, or just do a market tour. And then Greece. So Athens, walking in the Greek islands. So this is 10 days, Athens to Greece. And this is a really special tour. There's just so much to walk and see on foot. So we're excited to offer it. This hotel down here is going to be your OMG stay. It looks stunning. It's a really great boutique hotel that we're partnering with for this one. So if you have anybody who's interested in Greece, this is a great opportunity to share with your clients. And then Italy, Florence to Rome. We know that Europe will forever be popular with anybody in the travel world. So this is a great offering that we have now. So walking the vineyards of Tuscany and Umbria. So 10 days flying into Florence and out of Rome. So again, map down here. But if you have any trips who, any foodies or anybody who's big about wine, especially, Chianti or anything in, any Italian wine, this is a perfect tour to send them along their way. You'll also get to do some olive oil tasting. So this is really just the perfect foodie tour with a punch of activity as well. And then we have another GLux itinerary, Zimbabwe to Botswana. So 10 days, Victoria Falls to Victoria Falls. So this is a really special itinerary to, not only see wildlife and, dive into the national parks, but also be able to see some tours, do some hiking and see some of the destination on foot. So I think that's super special. And we're so excited to add that to our portfolio. Then South Africa, we have Kruger Wildlife Tracking and Vineyards. So this is for anybody who, again, might like a little bit of wine, but also wants to see some wildlife. This is a great opportunity. You should always drink some wine when you're in Cape Town. So I think this is special that we're adding it. So if anybody wants to do a little bit of wine and a little bit of safari, point them this way. And then Southern Africa, we have National Parks of Zimbabwe, Kruger, and Wildlife Tracking. So this is 20 days, Victoria Falls to Cape Town. As you can see, this is quite the map down here. But if anybody has, a good chunk of time and really wants to cover the most ground, not only, in their safari vehicle, but also on foot, doing some walking tours and things like that. This is a great place to point them to, a great 20-day itinerary. And then Costa Rica, we always go to Costa Rica with all of our travel styles because it's just so popular. So this is 8 days in and out of San Jose. Of course, we'll take you to the national parks. We'll do some hot springs. We'll talk about coffee. We'll dive into some waterfalls. And then again, for your OMG day, you can zip line or you can rappel down a waterfall. So obviously this is premium active adventure. So not for the faint of heart, but getting to rest your head at the end of the tour at this hotel sounds just perfect. And then another one in Costa Rica. We have the Osa Peninsula and then the Manuel Antonio National Park. So the itinerary is down here. And then again, your OMG day, you can go on a hiking wildlife excursion or do a waterfall swim followed by yoga. So choose your own adventure on tour. Super special to offer this in one of our favorite destinations, Costa Rica. And another one in Costa Rica, we have North and South National Parks, Wildlife, and Hot Springs, 15 days in and out of San Jose again. And then OMG, similar to the last one, you can zip line and do a canopy and the forest zip line through the forest canopy or go canyoning and rappel down a waterfall. So great options here for those adventure seekers that you're booking. And then Central Mexico, Oaxaca to Mexico City. So 7 days in Oaxaca out of Mexico City. Mexico City is such a great foodie place to go. There's so much to see and dive into. So we'll give you an option to do a food tour and visit some pyramids. So a great tour all around. And then another one in Mexico, we have the Yucatan Peninsula, Mayan ruins, and cenotes. So for anybody who likes to splash around, a little adventure seeker who likes to do more aquatic adventures, this is perfect for them. The cenotes are always a classic, a greatest hit, always something people are asking about. So we're, again, excited to add this to our portfolio. And another one in Mexico, we have Central Mexico and the Yucatan Peninsula, 15 days Mexico City to Tulum. As we all know, Tulum is such a popular hot destination. So be able to tack on Oaxaca at the beginning and end in Tulum is just super special because those are two, big contenders in Mexico right now, definitely popular destinations. So to couple those into one tour was just a great offering to add to your knowledge and your portfolio with your clients. And then Peru, G Adventures can't do anything without we always will have Peru in our travel styles, just like Costa Rica, because it is the bloodline of G Adventures. We have headquarters there. We just love Peru so much. So of course we're going to do Machu Picchu, comfortable camping on the Inca Trail. So we're upping the ante here. So your travelers will be sleeping on cots. They'll be off the ground. They'll be in a glamping experience. So this will be more elevated if they do want to do Machu Picchu. This is a great way to do it. again, looking for that more comfortable accommodations. And I will highlight that we do pull the most Machu Picchu permits every year. So if you have anybody who wants to hike the Inca Trail with us, you need a permit and go with us because we do, pull the most permits. We know the ropes, and we're just so excited to bring anyone on trail with us. And then Peru and the Amazon. So this is another one, Cusco to Lima, 6 days, Cusco in Cusco and out of Lima. And this is a shorter one, but just as lovely. You'll be able to have your OMG day where you can hike and do a picnic or go to a market and do a culinary tour with a cooking class. So whether you're feeling a little bit foodie or a little bit more active, we have something for you on this tour. And then Peru, Lima and the Sacred Valley and the Inca Trail. This is 11 days, Lima to Cusco. Again, you can see the map down here. And then you can choose between a hike to a waterfall or a cliff, or scale a cliff by Via Ferrara, and then do lunch with a view. So depending on how adventurous you're feeling that day, those are the options for you. And then Inca Trail and the Amazon. Here's another one in Peru, 14 days, Cusco to Lima. And again, these wonderful boutique accommodations right there in the jungle are just so special and just really ties you to the destination. So really great offering. And another one in Peru, Lima and the Inca Trail and the Amazon. This is 16 days, Lima to Lima. I'm just going to kind of speed through these since we're running out of time. And then just really wanted to go over just some marketing opportunities that we have available towards you. So G Adventures, we have our whole brand library. It's called, the URL is brand.gadventures.com. So if you enter in your URL, you can register to have access to our brand library. So any of the images you've seen throughout this presentation will be listed in this brand library, as well as little squares for Instagram or Reels or anything like that. So we have all of the collateral available for you to use. So what it looks like is once you're logged in, you can just search assets here. So you'll be able to access any photos. You can use those to advertise with G Adventures and promote our tours to your audience. We also have things like this. So our cyber sale just ended, but we're about to launch a new, the Great Adventure Sale, December 21st. So we'll have an image like this where you can use for a Facebook banner or post on any of your socials. We'll also make these flyers. And then this right here is a reel. So we have videos like that for Reels or TikTok. So we have all of this marketing material that we'd love for you to use, make it super easy. And then also, we have these flyers if you find that helpful, if you wanted to post that up anywhere or pass these out. These are just great plug and play. It works exactly like Canva where you just type in your details, but always happy to put your contact information here. So whoever's looking at it knows to contact you, their travel agent. And then lastly, I just want to encourage you to join our Facebook community. It's our Facebook Agents of Change. This is where we'll post any updates or things that are going on with G Adventures. So this is a great place to stay in the know. Also, any other agent who books G Adventures and is, loves our product will be in there posting about, their experience on tour and things like that. So it's a great place to get involved and kind of learn more about G Adventures. So this is my contact information. And then also, if this is helpful, so I am the account manager for Archer Travel, so you can always reach out to me. If you live in any of these other regions, you do have a local point person whose contact information is also here. So whoever you want to reach out to, if you reach out to me, I can point you in the right direction or support you. But we're small but mighty. There's 4 of us, so we're all happy to jump in and help whatever you need. The Sherpa link is going to be your agent portal. And then asset library. So yeah, if you want to reshare the asset library link again, that's going to be totally different. So yeah, you have to register for both of them separately.
Perfect. And so their asset library is for all their marketing tools, and then the Sherpa is for their travel agent bookings.
Yes.